Kia ora te whānau, kei te pēhe koutou. Welcome to this week's kōrero. Whakarongo mai, this week our kaupapa is Kokihi. Ka pai.
New Zealand spinach, also known as Botany Bay spinach, Cook's cabbage, sea spinach or beach spinach, is native to the Wellington region. It is considered to be an heirloom vegetable and will produce an abundance of leaves all year round as few insects consume it. New Zealand spinach is one of my personal favourite edibles when I'm out in the bush, as the tips of the young leaves can be pinched off and eaten raw on the trail. New Zealand spinach leaves contain low level of oxalates that need to be neutralised before eating in large quantities. This can be done by blanching the leaves in hot water for 1 minute, then rinsing them off in cold water before cooking. After blanching, you can steam, boil or stir fry the leaves and eat them like spinach. The leaves can also be added to soups and stews or pound into a pesto. Using a 100-gram reference amount and when consumed after boiling, New Zealand spinach is 95% water, 2% carbohydrates and 1% protein. New Zealand spinach is particularly rich in vitamin K, and it is a very good source of vitamin A, riboflavin, calcium, iron, magnesium and copper. It also contains appreciable amounts of vitamin B6, vitamin C and manganese. New Zealand spinach was first documented by Captain Cook during his voyage to New Zealand. It was picked, cooked and pickled as sauerkraut to help fight scurvy among the crew of the Endeavour. The following is taken from a note in Captain Cook's diary for the 13th of April 1769. The sauerkraut, the men at first would not eat it, until I put in practice a method I never knew to fail with seamen, and this was to have some of it dressed every day for the cabin table, and permitted all the officers without exception to make use of it, and left it to the option of the men either to take as much as they pleased or none at all. This practice was not continued above a week before I found it necessary to put every man on board on an allowance, for such are the tempers and disposition of seamen in general, that whatever you give them out of the common way, although it be ever so much for their good, it will not go down, and you will have nothing but the murmurings against the man who first invented it. But the moment they see their superiors set a value upon it, it becomes the finest stuff in the world, and the inventor an honest fellow.
Kia ora te manu. Kia ora whānau. So that brings us to the end of this week's kōrero. So now that you know how to identify some New Zealand spinach, next time we're in the bush, go get yourself a feed, eh? Kia ora. Ka kite.